Good evening, fellow union brothers and sisters. This has been an absolutely unprecedented few days in all of our personal lives, in the history of our school district, of our country, and really globally. And really, just want to thank everybody during this time for being the absolute professionals that you are. You're public servants, and as I've seen so many examples over the last few days of people really owning that and taking really into account, um, the needs of our community and the students that we serve during this time. All while all of you are trying to deal with this, event on a personal basis as well. So just thank you for dealing with the changes and the evolving situation that happened. Um, Definitely want to thank people out there doing some of the direct work with our community out there, like our nutritional service people that were out there giving food and resources to our community that many of them rely on. So thank you for that. So by this point, I think a lot of you should have had a meeting with your principals to discuss our plan for continuity of learning here in the coming weeks. And I want to appreciate the work that went in over the weekend and thinking about how we're going to address these needs in the coming days and weeks and possibly months. So, I think all of you understand that we're going to be looking at a three-phase kind of plan with really the initial phases, kind of really putting some structures in place as we prepare for this, potentially being a longer situation. Right now, we're still scheduled to come back after spring break, but as always, that could change, like many other things in this situation. Um, there have been a few questions that have come up contractually, and I'm sure there'll be many more in the future, and we're going to be in a position to be able to address those and protect our members' rights during this time as well, protect our contractual rights and our profession and career as much as possible. Some of the basic things we have out there are, why are we doing anything right now? Like, why are we doing this continuity of learning at all? And part of that is we are following an order, executive order by the governor that came out on Friday that promised full funding for schools and full pay for educators and classified staff as long as we were providing some continuity of education to the best way feasible. So that's why we're doing this. We are still employed, we are still working, we are still teachers. We're just going to be doing our job from a very different setting here in the near future. There have been questions about, will this require the school year to be extended? For right now, as I record this, the answer is no. This is part of our school year. We are providing education in a different format for our students, and that's why we've used this term called dismissal of students, because we're not closing school and shutting things down completely. We are just providing this service in a much different way now. You know, there'll be plenty of other questions that come up about impact on retirement and all of that. For right now, the answers are fairly simple, that we are working, we are employed, our retirement's intact. All of those things are still the same. And of course, CTA is working and figuring out how all of this impacts all those things. And we will keep you informed as we get new information, and we believe we could give you, the best update at that time. Even as you're watching this, things might be different from the time I'm recording and sending out. But for right now, restaurants are still open, and some of our local businesses are still open. So I encourage you to go to our webpage or a Facebook page and look at the hashtag ARE in the community. And we're probably going to be using that more in the coming days for a lot of different purposes. But if you look at that hashtag, you'll see a lot of businesses and restaurants that have supported us during our recent organizing and bargaining campaign. And I think this is a time where we could turn that around and really support them. And one thing to consider is maybe buy a gift card. Maybe think about going to buy a gift card, so when things do return to some normalcy, it's something you could go back and use in the future. But it provides some financial relief to some of our small business owners in our own community. So just thank you again for your patience, your flexibility during this very difficult time. We will be probably using formats like this to deliver information in the coming days and weeks, and we'll look at other ways to provide more interactive methods where people can ask questions. For right now, we're going to ask people to direct any questions you have to the employee question address, and the link is in the video here below, and it's also going to be in the email this came in. Right now, management and the union are all addressing those questions together, and probably will be doing that for definitely the immediate short term here. And definitely there'll be a point where we'll have our separate communication and go back. But for right now, that's probably the best format to answer any immediate questions you have about instruction, HR. Whenever you send it, it will get to the appropriate cabinet level assistant superintendent, and they will get that down and get you the information as quickly as possible. So that link to those to answer those questions are right here below in the comment section of the video. So again, thank you, and stay healthy and stay safe, and we'll keep checking in. Take care.